In this video, I will be showing how I edit layers and overlays, and how I make animations. So once again, I'll show you Clip Studio, and you'll get to see how I combine the pictures in the monitor scene. First, I load up the picture I want to edit. The picture looks dark to see where I'm cutting the screen out, so I brightened it and I can see where I'm cutting. Then after I trace the whole area I want to cut out, I simply press delete and it shows the checkered pattern I want it to show as. Now that the screen looks blank, let's add something into it. So I open a picture file I want to add into the monitor. It will be opened in another file. I choose Select All on the picture, copy it, and paste it into the picture I'm now editing. I also resize it to make sure it fits perfectly in there. And finally, I move it behind the main layer. Now that we have a picture of a chair facing the monitor, it's time to add a character in there. As I open up one of my PNG files, that's where I copy and paste them into the main picture I'm editing. Now this character has black hair, and he's sitting in a dark background. If I want to make the black parts more visible, I just simply make a slightly bright outline over it. Looking good. Now I'll show you a cool trick. Sometimes I draw separate body parts for the characters like heads and arms. That way I can change their actions with the main body on the character. There. Now it looks good and be ready to save in my files. I always have to save them as PNGs so the quality and high definition is good. For some more editing and changes I want to make in a picture I'll keep using, I just save it as a Clip Studio file so I can still edit the layers anytime. Like when I want to change the mouth and facial expressions on the characters, I just simply do some editing and coloring on that character layer so I can make them look different instead of the same as every picture. And that's how I change the expressions on the characters' faces in the same position they're standing in. Now I'll show you how I make some parts of the image overlap my drawn characters in the background. First I open the PNG file I want to add, copy it, and paste it into the image. Then comes the cool and fun part. As I select the layer I want to edit, I change the transparency so I can see where the layer needs to be cut. Then I use the polyline tool to trace around where I want the layer's parts to be hidden, so it looks like the character is standing behind someone or something in the image. I have to check the whole layer to see what needs to be removed, so every detail can look realistic. It's an awesome trick I figured out myself. Voila! Now the drawn character looks like she's standing behind the 3D characters. For the final part of this video, I will show you how I animate with Microsoft PowerPoint. Ever since I was in middle school in the early 2000s, that's where I learned how to use PowerPoint, and I've been playing with it ever since. So as I grew up with it, I learned so much how to make such wonderful animations, editing with tools, and making some fun slideshow presentations. Now I'll show you how I make my characters and stuff move in the background. I open up a picture, copy and paste it like so, and I resize it to fit in the blank slide. Now I'll copy and paste one of my colored PNG drawings into the PowerPoint slide. Next I click on Animations where I can animate objects in PowerPoint. Like I can make objects appear, disappear, fade, zoom, peek, and fly. So now I'm going to make the selected object fly in from the right side of the screen, and I'll change the time settings to make it go fast, medium, or slow. But I'm going to choose medium so that way it's not too fast or slow. Now that the animation setup is done, we can test it to see how it goes. There, now it looks like me and Frederick are walking in the background. And now to record that animation, that's where the OBS Studio comes in. OBS is a useful tool to video record whatever you do or see on the computer screen. Fantastic for making tutorial videos or projects of how you play your favorite video games. So as it's recording now, I play the PowerPoint animation in a full screen. Once recorded, I'm ready to add it to my video. We now go into Video Editor Plus. This is where the movie making magic comes from. And here, this is how I add pictures and videos into. Once the files are added, that's where the movie editing comes in. As the recent video was recorded off my widescreen computer, I now have to just crop it and change its size so the video can fit perfectly on anyone else's screen when they watch it. For more of how I use Movavi Video Editor Plus, stay tuned for the next and final behind-the-scenes video coming very soon.